Hey guys, how's it going? I still don't feel very good. I ain't been out in the shop since what, Friday? Well, I've been coming in and out just throwing wood in the wood stove to keep it warm out here. Just because I didn't want to deal with coming out to a cold shop and trying to warm it up. But I gotta, even against my better judgment, I'm gonna port this guy's 395, but I am not going hot on it by any means. I'm only going to attack it probably half as hard as I normally would, just because of what he told me about. He needs more power to run a dull chain, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It is pretty dumb. I would rather see someone accidentally run straight gas in their saw. At least it was an accident instead of knowingly screw their saw up. But for this build, I'm going to use the Dyno Joe cutter. I have already sharpened my bit. I know I've made videos on this before, but every now and then it doesn't hurt to give you guys a refresher course on it, and the new viewers. Because, I don't know, maybe someday or another I'll have to do a playlist on Dyno Joe cutters. I don't know. First thing was sharpen the bit. I cleaned everything down, degreased it, so there's no oily residue or anything. Stick to it. I picked the appropriate size sleeves for the cylinder, and then I set the tip of the cutter depth, square to everything. So that's what I'm going to do for the cutter depth. And then for this one, I only set the depth cutting plate to 25 thou. I have not cut this yet. I did degrease this the other day, or last time I was out here. But I like this pointing at me. I like to start, you gotta be very careful. I like to hold it tight to the back so I'm not dragging the cutter, down the cylinder. And then I'll push back and then start to turn. Hopefully, sounds like it's cutting pretty decently. We'll do a couple spins here and then we'll take a peek. Get the exhaust back where it's facing me. And then I'll pull back towards me and gently lift this thing up. And it barely took anything. So same thing. I suspect there must be some Nicosil up in the top here. So once we get past that, it should. If not, I might have to find a piston and some sandpaper to get the Nicosil out of there. File to knock the off can't be in a rush when you want to do this. Try not to cock your cylinder either, because that can make you bump it into it too. And I'm pushing back. I can feel areas where the Nicosil is and where it's not. You can see where I'm already through the Nicosil and where I'm still trying to get through the Nicosil. About 3/4 of the Nicosil is gone. I feel so run down. Even this feels like work. Start right here where I can. I'm almost through that Nicosil. I can feel it. Make sure my bit didn't move. Might end up having to take another 10 thou out of this. I think the chamber's crooked. Maybe not. now all I'm doing is taking the high spots out. This is actually cutting a lot harder than I thought it was going to. They're getting there though. Something felt weird there, so you stop. There's nothing hanging up. This chamber is crooked. Probably cast it in there crooked. Barely putting any pressure on it now in the final stages of the cut. It's not cutting anymore. But I'll pause you and see if I got a piston. Alrighty guys, I found a junk piston. I cleaned up the top of it. I got some 180 stuck to the top of it. Don't know what that piston's out of, but it's the same bore as this. Homemade apparatus here to twirl them. About got this drill ruined. About got my Bosch drill ruined. All my DeWalt drills were ruined. And you turn this very slow. Change tone. Shut my compressor off and then put the air hose up. Otherwise that will kick on. I should have dug that piston out sooner and did that with some 80 or 60 grit to cut that neck cell out. It would have made doing this so much nicer. That chamber is most definitely I mean, what I cut to the bore is straight, but, you know, it's casted in there crooked. This is just taking out the chatter marks. But you can see how it's thinner on this side and thicker on that side. This is a cast-in chamber, and it's not exactly squared. If I was trying to get absolute maximum effort out of this saw, I would probably chuck this up in the lathe and redesign that whole chamber. Check, make sure you ain't got no. Make sure I don't feel anything. Piston's not catching on anything. I'm gonna call that a win. So for this saw, this will be good enough. I'm not gonna get overly carried away with porting this saw. But, especially if they already admitted that they're going to be running dull chains and wanted more power to pull the saw through. But yeah, there's a chamber cut with Joe's cutter. You guys take it easy and have a good one.